The month of February with a win to snap their 16-game losing streak, a franchise record they hope to never see again. After losing their first 8 games on the trip, the Spurs beat the Jazz 102-94 Monday night to finish the road trip 1-8. That's the Spurs' first win in 6 weeks and just their third in 2023. And the long-awaited return of the Spurs to San Antonio ends tonight. They will be back at the AT&T Center to host the Pacers at 7:30.
I'm sure they're going to be glad to be back. Meantime, your back-to-back Conference USA football champion UTSA Roadrunners are going to be starting their spring practice next week. They're led by 7th-year quarterback Frank Harris. They're getting ready for their first season in play in the American Athletic Conference. When it comes to spring football, head coach Jeff Traylor has his hands full because he always wants to play, Harris that is, and be on the field.
We got to get him, where his body feels really good. And he doesn't like to hear that because he wants to go all the time. And I've got to protect Frank from Frank. And Frank doesn't want to miss a rep. He don't want to miss anything. And we don't need him out there doing a lot.
UTSA is going to be holding spring practice number 1 on Monday. Their Fiesta Spring game will be held next month at the Dub Ferris Athletic Complex.
Right on. Lots of sports stuff taking place. San Antonio FC happening on the 11th.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Coming up in the next half hour, we have a lot of scary flights that we want to tell you about and what caused one flight that left Austin to make an emergency stop.
And TikTok making big changes to their app, the screen time limit they are giving those under the age of 18.
Welcome back. Live look outside. Very calm out there right now, but we're kind of like in limbo because we had an event last night and we're expecting another tonight.
There's a chance, at least. I don't think we're going to see widespread severe weather across the area tonight, but we do need to keep an eye on the radar because there's a possibility 1 or 2 strong storms could pop up, and we got to deal with the winds after that. Some really strong winds overnight tonight. I want to show you a picture, speaking of last night, where we got some of that big hail down there near Jordanton. This is another great picture. And by the way, you guys did a great job of sending in photos to KSAT Connect. Really helps tell the story, helps us see what's going on where you live. This was down near Fashing, and you can see how big those hailstones were. We've got some pictures also of near baseball-sized hail there around Dilley. I want to show you the temperatures across the state. We've got kind of a wide range here. It's 86 right now in Laredo. That's a place that could jump up above 100 today. You go out to El Paso, they're in the cool air, 41 there. We've got an advancing storm system, and that's going to bring a front through right around dinner time, and that's what could give lift to some of those showers and storms a little bit later today. Here in San Antonio, we're on the warm side of things. Temperatures are starting to warm up and approach 80 degrees as our clouds, our morning cloudiness, begin to break up. And here's a look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast. 82 at 2 o'clock, 85 at 3 p.m., 87 is our high temperature. Then as we get into this evening, we start to bring the rain chances in. 40% at 6 o'clock, 40% at 7 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock. And then the numbers the rain chances should fall off as the winds pick up. Gusts to 40 to 45 overnight tonight. More on that and what you can expect this weekend here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Also making headlines this morning, an Austin flight to Germany stopped short when passengers and crew members on that plane got tossed into the air in heavy turbulence.
That's right. The pilots of this plane being forced to make an emergency landing outside of Washington, D.C. Lufthansa Flight 469 from Austin to Frankfurt left yesterday and things were fine. But all of a sudden, they hit extreme turbulence. Passengers described the moment saying items were tossed all over the cabin. 7 passengers were taken to hospitals after the plane made their emergency landing at Dulles International Airport.
This is the very reason that pilots like myself constantly warn you from the cockpit to keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're in your seat, regardless of flight conditions, because if we hit something like this and you're not strapped in, you can go flying.
The FAA is now investigating the incident.
The FAA again investigating another plane incident, this one involving a fire that was on board a Spirit Airlines flight. Take a look at the incident. It happened yesterday. Spirit Flight 259 heading from Dallas to Orlando when a battery fire started in an overhead bin. Crew members on board were able to take the item on fire and extinguish it with a bucket of water. They were able to get that fire out quickly, but the scene left multiple passengers scared.
This is the very reason that pilots like myself constantly warn you from the cockpit to keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're in your seat.
That was obviously the wrong soundbite. I think what he was going to tell you was that everyone stayed calm and the pilot got out of the air really quickly, but it was frightening for a bit. That flight diverted to Jacksonville International Airport. 10 people injured and hospitalized following the flight, but they are all expected to be okay.
And another incident involving an airplane in Pennsylvania. A man is now facing charges after an explosive device was found on an aircraft. It happened after his bag triggered an alarm at Lehigh Valley International Airport. The FBI says the suspect, Mark Muffley, checked the suitcase on Monday for a flight heading to Florida. Officials located a suspicious item inside the suitcase that appeared to be a live explosive device. Now, the FBI says the bag triggered the alarm. Sources tell ABC News the device was not operational and was not constructed to go off in the flight.
All right, parents, listen up. TikTok announcing a new way you can prevent your teenager from endlessly scrolling on the app and wasting their entire day or night. The social media platform says it will now default accounts for users under 18 to a daily 1-hour screen limit. And once 60 minutes hit, teens are going to be prompted to enter a passcode to extend their time on that app. This new setting is going to be able to be turned off if you really want it to do so.
And good news for the labor market. Weekly jobless claims have dropped again in the last week. According to the Department of Labor, first-time claims for unemployment insurance ticked down to 190,000. That's 2,000 fewer claims from the prior week. And despite a slew of layoffs in tech, media, and the mortgage industry, the U.S. labor market appears robust. There's almost 2 jobs available per job seeker.
The White House calling for new regulations to force companies critical to economic and national security to raise their cyber defenses. It's part of President Biden's new cybersecurity strategy. The White House wants to work with Congress and develop legislation that holds software makers liable when their products do not protect against hackers. The Biden administration has already imposed cybersecurity requirements on aviation and oil and gas pipelines. So the next sector could be healthcare.
And Northeast ISD students are visiting a unique outdoor museum and experiencing Texas history through hands-on learning.
Tiffany Huertas takes us to Bradley Middle School's Mill Springs Cabin, where students are getting a chance to teach other students about Texas history.
On this Texas Independence Day,
this cabin was originally built in 1820.
Bradley Middle School student Andrew Pantusa has an important role.
We inform them on how it was built, who lived here.
So I teach my 7th grade and 8th graders this year about Texas history, and they'll come out and teach the 4th graders.
Students visiting can explore this 1800s general store and a Texas history museum.
Students can also learn about the history of the chuck wagon in this area. They can dress up like cowboys and see how they lived on the chuck wagon trail.
For Andrew, he's excited to step back in time and share what he's learned with other students.
I like telling them about all the different artifacts because some of them have no idea what they are, and then when they learn about it, they're like, what?
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
4 late presidents headed off to space. Well, that's right. We're going to explain how that's going to work in just a few minutes.
Plus, are you struggling with sleep? Do you take melatonin pills to help? Why some doctors say you may want to think twice before doing so.
And after the break, what DoorDash and Chase Bank are doing to help customers get money back on their purchases.
Hello, everyone. These are your top headlines from Cheddar News. DoorDash giving their hungry customers more ways to pay and save with a new team-up. The delivery service partnering with Chase Bank to release their first credit card. The DoorDash Rewards MasterCard will come with the benefits of earning cash back on all purchases. Meanwhile, climate change may be responsible for an early bloom this year. Due to unseasonably warm weather last month, Washington, D.C. could see its famed cherry blossoms hit a record early bloom. According to the area's National Park Service, the flowers have already begun to bud in late February. Usually the flowers are at their peak in early April. And Bloomberg says that as vehicle loans and interest rates pile up, some Americans actually owe thousands of dollars more than the value of the cars they purchased. Dealerships are also concerned that sky-high prices will impact consumer demand. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in New York City.
Talk about having an out-of-this-world afterlife. The DNA of 4 former and late presidents are headed off to space.
That's right. Celestic, a space burial company, will be the ones doing this. They are sending the symbolic remains of George Washington, Dwight Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, and Ronald Reagan on its Enterprise flight. DNA samples from some non-former presidents will also be a part of this trip, including some from Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, his wife, Majel, and Star Trek engineer James Scotty Doohan will also be on this trip.
Check this out. A crew for SpaceX and NASA now spending its first morning in outer space. Just after midnight, the crew blasted off at the toward the International Space Station. This comes after they tried on Monday but failed. The launch is part of NASA's Commercial Crew program, which sends astronauts and cosmonauts to the ISS on private spacecraft. They're going to be doing some experiments out there, Justin, and I'm sure you're going to be interested to see what they come up with.
It is interesting. It's always fascinating to watch as technology moves along and see what they do with all that stuff. Pretty cool. Hey, let's go outside for you right now. We've got some sun starting to shine through. Mostly cloudy skies at the airport. Right now, 77 degrees at the airport. 70 was the low this morning, so we started off really warm, well above average, and it is going to be a warm afternoon. The record is 93 set back in 1909. Not in jeopardy, but we will get into the upper 80s. What about that chance for storms coming up tonight? We're going to look closer at the timing on that. I'll let you know about these gusty winds that also kick in a little bit later tonight. Your forecast straight ahead.
In your health news, the CDC says a third of all U.S. adults get less than the recommended amount of sleep. I'm not surprised, and oftentimes, Ursula, we turn to melatonin, but that might not be the best thing to do.
Sometimes it's not. Health experts are saying that there are some things to consider before you take a sleep supplement. Melatonin pills have been proven to be effective for conditions like circadian rhythm disorders, but it may not help all sleep issues. Because the supplements are offered in a variety of dosages, the right one may vary from person to person. And if the supplements are taken to treat a sleep disorder, they may also need to be appropriately timed.
People who take melatonin in the middle of the night or take a second dose of melatonin several hours after bedtime will actually see a disturbance in sleep and may actually see that their sleep timing becomes more delayed.
Doctors say melatonin should be avoided in women who are pregnant or breastfeeding unless it's already been approved by your health care provider. It can cause sedation, particularly when it's combined with other sedatives.
Vaccines for RSV could be available by the next flu season. The FDA voted to approve 2 different vaccines for adults over 60. One is made by Pfizer and the other by GlaxoSmithKline. The FDA is expected to make a final decision in May. RSV kills about 14,000 people 65 years old or older each year, and more than 177,000 are hospitalized.
We are keeping an eye on the weather for you. We hope you have the weather app. Justin is promoting it, and there's a reason why. Last night, a lot of people needed that app because the hailstones were so large, they were breaking windshields, windows.
Really impressive.
Some big hail, baseball-sized hail down there near Dilley, and that is one of the beautiful parts about the KSAT weather app is Adam was on there live on the app. You can watch us live on there when the weather's underway. We'll be there to let you know what's going on. We could see a few more storms this afternoon, as we've been saying. Right now, things are quiet. We've got clouds beginning to clear out, and temperatures are on their way up as a result. So the sun's going to be more plentiful here over the next several hours, but that just destabilizes the atmosphere a little bit. 81 in Pleasanton. Look at Carrizo Springs, 88. We said upper 90s there today. I think it's possible. We're well on our way. 74 Kerrville, 77, mostly cloudy right now. New Braunfels and around San Antonio, we're in the upper 70s right now. It's warm, humid afternoon. And as we go outside, you can almost see the humidity as we look out over the airport. 77 for the airport, Stinson and Kelly. 76 in Randolph, and a good stout southeasterly wind, which continues to bring moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico. 82 at 2 o'clock. We're up around 85 at 3 p.m., 87 the high. And then we start to get into our rain chances. Between 6 and 8 p.m., I think, is kind of the window when we need to watch for storms here in San Antonio. That's when we have our highest odds, 40%. Temperatures will cool from there. And in fact, once our front comes through, it should drop off those temperatures a little bit into the 60s and eventually 50s overnight. But then we pay close attention to these numbers. Those gusty winds out of the northwest, gusts 40 to 45 overnight, maybe a few gusts close to 50. It is going to be howling overnight. You'll hear it. And as we look at the dew point trend, very humid today. Once the front comes through, falls off a cliff here. Dew points in the 20s and teens by tomorrow. So dry air, gusty winds, not a good combination. And here is the setup. And just within the last few minutes, a severe thunderstorm watch box has been issued for North Texas right there. There's a boundary right there. Storms are already starting to form. And here's our low spinning right over El Paso. What I want to point out right here, notice these clouds that are developing. We can see them on the visible satellite imagery really well. These are storms starting to blossom. So we're already getting an early start here just west of San Angelo. And this is the line that marches east as we get into late this afternoon and this evening and makes it into our neck of the woods. What about severe weather? What's the potential for that? Well, where we are, it's low end. If you think about it on a scale of 1 to 5, we're in the 1 to 2 range, so isolated to scattered. But as you get up towards Dallas, Tyler, Shreveport, that's where you get into the widespread. And on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the worst, they're at about a 4. So we know that the severe weather is almost a sure thing as you get up into northeast Texas. Locally, we're right on that line between the 1 and 2. But what we need to watch out for are gusty winds and maybe some hail in that small window when the storms make their way through our area and then march east pretty quickly. So here's a look at the forecast. By 6 p.m., here they are. There are the storms around Bernie, back down into Medina County. There's not going to be, these storms aren't going to build that much further south, though, so keep that in mind. San Antonio points north. That's where your best chance for rain will be. These storms start to pull into San Antonio 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 40% chance of rain. This is also a time frame when we'll be watching for some of those stronger cells. And then by 8 o'clock, they're moving east and they're out of here by 9 o'clock. Then we turn our attention to the gusty winds. That's the other side to this forecast. And looking at the futurecast wind gusts, 40, maybe 50 miles per hour when we're talking gusts out of the northwest. And this is fairly widespread. Everybody's going to be dealing with gusty winds, but I do think the strongest winds will be out west. Places like Del Rio, Eagle Pass, you could see some gusts up over 50 miles per hour. High wind warnings in effect there. You combine that with the dry air, and we've got a significant fire threat too tonight into tomorrow morning, even tomorrow afternoon until those winds calm down. There's a little closer look at Bexar County. Gusts are up over 40. A possibility as we get into tonight. And the winds will take until about noontime tomorrow to die down, so you'll start to see a decrease in the morning. I think by noontime you'll start to see gusts more on the order of 20 to 25, and then by tomorrow night they finally calm down. That leads to some cold temperatures. But 48 to start tomorrow, 76 on your Friday, 80 on Saturday, 81 Sunday. Moisture comes back next week, and we've got some warmer temperatures there Monday and Tuesday, guys.
Thank you, Justin. On this Texas holiday, we're putting our knowledge of the state to the test. We're going to take a look at some Texas trivia after the break. Okay, say it with me. The stars at night are big and bright. Very good. All right, take a look at this site that greeted skywatchers in Lubbock. You can see Jupiter and Venus shining.
Now that song will be stuck in my head all day, but listen, those planets, they're going to be passing each other in what's known as a conjunction in the western sky. NASA says last night was the best viewing time, but they'll still appear close together tonight.
All right, we're talking Texas Independence Day, and what better way to mark the day than to test our Texas trivia knowledge?
That's right. Let's start with an easy one. What is the Texas state bird?
Ooh.
Option there are
northern mockingbird, common starling, southern cardinal, or house sparrow. Justin.
A.
Northern mockingbird.
All right.
You're a Midland guy. All right. Texas has about 12 million of these, more than any other state. What is it? Bluebonnets, horses, cattle, or people? Jonathan?
I'm going to go with cattle.
That'd be my guess, too.
Yeah?
Let's see if I got it right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I know my
And
stuff.
guys, we didn't see these in advance, okay? Texas holds several world records. Which of these is not a record held in Texas? World's largest convenience store, world's largest cowboy boot structure, world's largest taco, or world's largest belt buckle? And I'm going to say it's the boots.
Ooh, that's a good answer, but let's see.
I'm going to say taco.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh, I thought North Star Mall held a record. All right, Jonathan.
Which of these was not invented in Texas? Dr. Pepper, cowboy boots, ruby red grapefruits, or liquid paper? This is a hard one.
I actually should know this. I want to say it's ruby red grapefruits.
Let's see.
Yeah.
All right, I got one
answer.
right.
I actually had no idea on this one.
Well, and I think liquid paper was actually someone in San Antonio came up with that. Yeah.
Super cool.
Okay, the first official rodeo was held in Texas in 1883. In what city did that happen? Houston, Pecos, Fort Worth, or Mesquite?
I used to live there, so I have to bow out. I know the answer to this one.
Well, okay, so it's got to be in West Texas.
It is.
Oh,
It is Texas, man. Great spot.
nice.
All right. Well, they'll be celebrating Texas Independence Day as well at SA Live. Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you? And I'll tell you one thing, we have lots of food on the show, which is normal, but I've got food to my left, food to my right, and to my left right now is Kent Oliver of Dakota Eastside Ice House. By the way, he got all the trivia questions correct. So, Ice House Week. Somebody that's not from Texas, what's an ice house?
So an ice house traditionally in Texas was where you went to go get your ice, your big blocks of ice that you slid into your ice box. They called it the ice box
and
back
some of your
then.
groceries, then grocery stores took over, refrigeration. What was left over? Beer.
Beer, and so that's what happened there in the neighborhoods.
And some great food we're going to be tasting at. Speaking of great food, how about some home-cooked meals, but you don't want to cook? This lady can help you out. Mo Chandler from Mo's Kitchen. So, anything you want, you can cook, right?
Absolutely.
Even for your husband?
Even for my husband, even lobster.
Even lobster, and you don't like that. So yeah, great meals that she can prepare and stick them in the fridge, and you got some great home-cooked dinners for that. You may have noticed the beautiful artwork behind us. First of all, there is Ballet San Antonio, and there are some beautiful flowers. We're going to be talking with Flowers by Thee and make some of those. The little headbands for Fiesta. We're going to preview Alice in Wonderland for ballet and a new event venue downtown. That's more coming up on SA Live.